In my last couple of videos, I show you how to create dependent dropdown in Excel as well as in Google Sheet, and then I also show you smart conditional formatting for dependent dropdown. But here is a scenario. For example, I want to use this sheet for each of the month. Let's say I rename this sheet as Jane and I right click, duplicate this sheet, and the next sheet I will use for Feb. But here is a problem. If I click on country dropdown, it's showing me the country based on Asia. But if I change Asia to, let's say, North America, it's still showing me the same country. Now, how we can update our entire logic so that if we duplicate this copy, our dependent dropdown is work properly on each and every sheet. So in this video, I'm going to show you this scenario. So just follow me till the end and you will learn some amazing tips. Consider this blank data sheet on which I did not apply any drop down. The first thing we will apply drop down on continent column. So I will simply click on B2, hit Ctrl Shift down arrow key, Ctrl backspace key to move to the top of the Excel cell. Again, go to data validation, add rule, drop down from range, click select data range, click here, go to drop down table, select A2, drag your mouse down, remove the end because we want to give a full column range to our drop down. Hit OK, scroll your mouse down, click advanced option, select arrow format. I like the arrow format, just hit done. Go to January tab. Now we will develop a basic drop down. The next thing we need to develop second level dependent drop down. If I select a few options here, let's say Africa, Asia. For now, I will close this data validation rules window. Now I will build the filter function on this same sheet. So if I type equal filter, open parenthesis, which range you want to filter? Since I want to show dependent drop-down country name based on selected continent, so I will simply go to drop-down table sheet, click on B and this will select the entire column B, hit comma. For the condition 1, I will click on A. This will select the entire column A, equal. Just go to January tab and select B2 cell, close parenthesis, hit enter, and we will get the name of country related to continent based on drop down table. The next thing we need to apply unique function to remove the duplicate as well as showed our array formula result. I will simply click on Excel cell which has formula, click here, hit space, left arrow key, type UN, you will see unique, just double click, close parenthesis, hit enter and we will get a unique result of country. Next we will apply transpose function. So I will simply click here, hit equal, left arrow key, write TRA, and we will just double click transpose, close parenthesis, hit enter and we will get the unique country based on selected continent. Now if I change Africa to, let's say, North America, we will get the unique country based on North America present on drop down table. Now for simplicity, we can drag this formula down and it will filter out all of the country based on selected continent. But here is a problem. For example, you are using the sheet and for some reason you want to insert a row here. So if you click on, let's say, row 5, right click, insert row above. Now here is one thing you need to note. Here is a formula, but the new row we created, if I click here, there is no formula. And this is a problem for us. So that's why I will use by row function to avoid this error as well as drag and drop every time. So I will simply remove all of the other formula we created, simply select the range, hit delete key. Now we will apply by row function on this formula as per my last video just to convert these results into a single cell formula. So I will simply write here by row, open parenthesis. So the first parameter of by row function is array or range. For now, I will close the helper table, hit comma, left arrow key. In this case, I will select entire column B. So I will simply click on B2, drag my mouse down, remove the 4 and this will select the entire column B. Hit comma. Next, I will define lambda. So LAMBDA lambda, open parenthesis. For the lambda function, if I click on helper text, what is the name of your variable? So what is my variable? My variable is B2 to B. So I will simply define X, comma. The next parameter are formula expression. So I will use the same formula. Instead of B2, I will simply define X. I will click my mouse outside the parenthesis and we need to type 2 more parentheses. Hit enter And now we will get the same result, but now our formula is only here. Now if I select here another country, for example South America, this will get all of the country based on South America. And now if I insert a new row here, for example insert one row above, and if I select any other country here, let's say Europe, we will get the country related to Europe. Now we will apply second level dependent drop down on country columns. I will click C2, go to data, data validation, add rule, drop down from arrange, select data range, click here. In this case, I will select 12th column to the right. So simply I will click G2. So I will select the range till W2. And before I click enter, I will simply click here, type equal, hit OK, scroll a little bit, click advanced options, select arrow format as I like the arrow format, click done. Now we can see our dependent drop down. If I change North America to let's say Asia, it will only show me the country related to Asia. But how we can extend the drop down to entire column? So I will simply select C2. On data validation rules, you can see C2, simply click on this one and update the range here. So simply click here, colon, write C, because we want to apply the data validation rules on entire column, hit done, and this will apply the data validation on entire column. Now I will show you how to apply dependent drop down on column D. So first thing, I will click on G2, copy all of the formula, Control C. The next thing, we will hide column G to column W. Simply select column G, hit shift right arrow key, select all of the column from G to column W, right click, hide those column. Now we will simply double click on X2 column, Control V to paste the formula. Instead of this column B, I will simply define column C. And we will change column B of drop down table to column C because we want to get the city list. And instead of column A, we will change this to column B because we want to filter out the result based on selected country. And the rest will be same. I will click here and hit enter. And now we will get the list of city based on selected country. For example, I select here China. We will get the list of city based on selected country, which is China. Now to develop dependent drop down, simply click on D2, add rules, drop down from arrange, select data range, click here. Simply click X2, drag the mouse to the right. I think better to remove the Y because we want to include the full row reference from X2 till the end of the columns we have. So I will simply remove the Y. Before entering, you must need to type here equal, hit OK, scroll down, advanced options. And now if I go to city column, I will see only the city based on selected country. So this is how we can develop these drop down in a new way. Now I will simply hide those extra column as well. Now we need to extend the range of this dependent drop down. So simply go to D2, click here, colon, and write D. And this will apply the dependent drop down on entire column. And now if we right click, duplicate, rename it, let's say Feb. Now we can see our dependent drop down, it's still working. And this is how we can create this dependent drop down on multiple sheets based on single drop down table. If you like the video, please subscribe my channel for more video. And if you have time, please share this video as well. Thank you so much.